So the first trailer you just watched was a
Mhm.
film called Hummingbird. It's the one with Jason Statham.
Yes.
Second was Welcome to the Punch with
Mhm.
James McAvoy. The third was Only God Forgives with
Mhm.
Ryan Gosling in it.
Mhm.
And the last one with Jake Gyllenhaal was Zodiac. So starting with Hummingbird, let's go. What sort of things did you like about the trailer?
I like the sort of the way it cut through scenes. It was nice and smooth, but at the same time it was sort of snappy. It wasn't. It didn't feel like the trailer went on for too long. I quite liked
Okay, that's good. And what about Welcome to the Punch? It had quite a similar sort of look to it
it. Mhm.
to Hummingbird, quite a
Yeah.
lot of blues going on.
Yeah. It looked sort of more. It looked like there was more suspense in the film. Like there's a lot more just trying to find the man or um, around that sort of thing. I just felt that was a more suspenseful trailer.
Okay. The third was Only God Forgives, which obviously very striking in terms of colour
Mhm.
and quite dramatic.
Yes.
Um, in my opinion, it's not as good at imparting the plot of the film.
No.
What did you think? Do you agree?
Well, it was quite vague. I agree. I liked the way that there was sort of like a language barrier that was translated. So when the actual movie title came up, it first came up in a foreign language, but then it got sort of like buzzed into our language. I like the way that there was a sort of um, uh, break in there.
It showed the setting.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and the last one was Zodiac, which
Mhm.
is, in my opinion, a little bit different to the other ones.
Yeah.
Um, what did you think of that trailer?
The trailer started more suspenseful and more sort of scary in a way, and then towards the end of the trailer, and in fact throughout the middle as well, it started becoming more of like a not happy but more light-hearted. There was like lighter guitar music playing in the background, and it seemed to sort of change the tone of the trailer.
Um, so, which, if any of the films, do you reckon that trailer would make you go and see?
Um, I think the Only God Forgives, because although it was quite vague, it intrigued me, um, and I quite like the sort of break in um, dialect. Um, I thought that trailer wasn't it wasn't the best trailer, but it intrigued me to the film, so it was kind of the best trailer.
I think I agree. I think that's something it does. So, what sort of genre would you say you generally tend to go for? Is it films like that, which are mostly
Yeah,
crime
yeah.
thrillers,
Mhm.
or would you do you like romantic films or comedies or something?
No. Well, I tend to like most films, but I do actually like sort of action thriller sort of type
Okay.
movies.
Have you seen any of the four films of the trailers we've?
Nope, I
Have you
haven't.
heard of them?
No, I haven't actually.
None of them at all.
Haven't heard of any of them.
Okay, so I've got some other films. Do you have you seen Memento?
No,
Are you aware of Memento's
I
existence?
don't think so.
Gangster Squad.
No, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Welcome to the Punch is one of the ones you've
Yeah.
just seen. Eastern Promises,
No, haven't heard of that.
which is directed by the same guy who did Hummingbird.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, Shutter Island
Heard of it. Haven't
with
seen
Leonardo
it.
DiCaprio. It's a great film.
Mhm.
You should watch it. Seven.
Yeah, heard of that, but
I tried to get you to watch it once.
yeah.
It's a great film. The Dark Knight Rises.
No,
You
yeah,
you have seen
that.
that. I know
Seen
you've seen
that.
that.
Liked it.
Um, did you like it? Did you go and
Yeah.
see it because of the trailer?
No, because it was recommended. Oh no, I did actually see the trailer after the film. I thought it looked really good, but it was mostly because of a recommendation from you.
Yeah. And so, would you say in general with trailers is the thing that actually gets you to go and watch the film? Is it sort of the way the film looks, or is it if the narrative is interesting to you,
Mhm.
or is it some other reason?
It's sort of
Anything.
all the components of the trailer, but I like the sort of like the color scheme, the aesthetic of a film trailer. I like the sort of neon sort of thing, so like the sort of Tron style thing going on. I also like um, like the mild violence that brings you in and lets you know what sort of film it's gonna be, whether it's like a suspense, a really suspenseful thriller, or whether there's gonna be some action in there as well.
So would you say you prefer a film with action, or you prefer a film that's mostly drama?
I prefer films that have more action than drama, but I do like drama. Yeah.
Okay. Um, so would you say you go to the cinema very often?
I don't go to the cinema too often. I go to the cinema maybe once every 2 months, 3 months, just to see. Um, the last film I saw was Godzilla. That was okay. That was a good film.
Um, and do you usually go to the cinema with your friends?
Yes,
So
I
your
do.
friends go to the cinema quite a lot as a group. You are
Yeah, I
cinema
sometimes
goers.
go with you guys, obviously, but I also go with my friends. Yeah.
And so would you say that you like films a lot? Or would you say that you are sort of you think you know a little bit about films?
hmm
You don't just watch any old rubbish.
No, yeah, I really like good films. Some films, the hype and the trailer are better than the actual film. But when a film turns out as good as the trailer promises, it's a really good thing. I
But
like.
you will go and see a film if the trailer promises great
Oh
things.
yeah, no, yeah. If a
Okay,
trailer looks good, I'll trust it
okay,
and go and see it.
that's interesting. Um, okay. Last things
Mhm.
are what kind of cinema do you tend to go to? Do you go to sort of big? Do you go to Cineworld and View and stuff, or do you
Mhm.
do IMAX, or you do little art house places like
Yeah.
Clapham Picture House or Ritzy
Yeah.
and Brixton?
No, I tend to go to the IMAX. It's just because that's where most of my friends go. It's not because we have anything against smaller cinemas or anything else. I just tend to go to the IMAX more. I sometimes see films in 3D, but sometimes I don't really see the point.
Okay. And the last thing I'd like to ask is sort of how do you tend to find out about new films? Is it through the trailer, or is it through my recommendations,
hmm
or is it through friends' recommendations, or on the internet,
Yeah.
or TV adverts, or when you go to the cinemas, do you see trailers?
I tend not to see films on the TV so much before I've seen them on the internet. So social media spreads it around a lot. That's usually where I get most of my film recommendations um, and news. But a lot of it comes from you. Not much of it comes from my friends because we all on social media quite a lot. We tend to see the same sort of thing and sort of like it or dislike it in union.
And your friends like similar films to you? Would you say
Yeah.
on average?
Yeah. We all like
Okay,
the same sort of stuff.
okay, that's good. Thank you very much.
No
It was
problem.
very useful.
Thank you.
I'll finish it there.
Brilliant.